Okay, section 3.b, matrix multiplication. Pay attention to this one. It's a big deal and it will help you a lot with the springboard that you're going to be doing. Essential question, why is matrix multiplication so weird? We're going to be returning to the sort of problem that you watched in the 3.a video. So if you didn't watch that, you've missed some context. If you did watch it, you remember my sandwich shop? I searched sandwich shop on Google and found this thing, and if you don't think that's a good looking sandwich, then wow, I wish my sandwich shop made sandwiches that good, but nope, I'm stuck with just boring old turkey, cheese, and tomato, so that sucks. Anyway, the point is, I wanted to remind you of the problem that we're doing, and I'm going to try to talk while I change my ink color. So remember, I had this sandwich shop, and it makes 3 different types of sandwiches, and they each contained a certain amount of turkey slices, cheese slices, and tomato slices, and I could store that information in a matrix. Remember also the matrix we name by rows, there are 3 of them, by columns, which there are also 3 of. So this is a 3 by 3 matrix, and if we wanted to label this matrix by what the rows and columns represented, I would maybe say like sandwich type, so sandwich type by ingredients. So ingredients, so these are what the matrix is storing. We're going to do some different things with this matrix today though, so what? I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, here's the next situation. Let's say that I'm making a real business. In real businesses, there's money involved, right? You're not just making sandwiches because that's your passion in life. Like, you're there to make money. Maybe it is your passion in life, and props to you. Anyway, I need to figure out how much each sandwich will cost to make. So I know that turkey, I'm going to give all the prices. There are some in dollars and some in dirhams, just depending on where I buy them, or the exchange rate, or whatever. The point is, turkey is going to cost 20 cents a slice, or 2 dirhams. Cheese is costing 25 cents a slice, or 3 dirhams. Tomato is costing 10 cents a slice, or half a dirham. So here's my matrix. This is representing my different sandwiches. I want to know how much will the double protein sandwich cost in dollars. So let's think about what I would need to do this problem. I know how much turkey, cheese, and tomato costs, right? And because I have my matrix, I know how much slices, or how many slices, are in the double protein sandwich. So basically, all I'm going to need to do is multiply the 4 turkey slices by the 20 cents, and that's going to be 80 cents, right? 80 cents total for the turkey. Cheese, there are 2 slices at 25 cents each, so that's, let's see, 2 times 0.25 is 0.50. And then the tomato costs 10 cents, and there's only 1 slice, so 10 cents. If I add together all those costs, it looks like total the sandwich is going to cost me $1.40. And I could tell by kind of comparing the information. Let's just do another quick example. How much will the vegetarian sandwich cost in dirhams? So, okay, turkey, don't need to worry about that. There are no slices. I have 2 slices of cheese, 25 cents each. So again, I have 50 cents. And then for the tomato, oh, sorry, I'm working in dirhams. So it's 3 times 2. So it's 6 dirham. And then the tomato is 2 slices at half a dirham. It looks like that's going to be 1 dirham. So 7 dirhams total. Okay? Now keep these numbers in mind because they're going to show up later on in a very cool way that I think you'll love if you love math, but you might not. Okay, let's move on to the next problem. So here's what I want to do. I want to make a matrix that compares ingredients with cost, because this is also information that I can put into a matrix and it will help me, and I'll tell you how it's going to help me in just a bit. But first of all, let's make this matrix that compares ingredients with cost, and I'm just going to write it right here. Since I'm doing ingredient by cost, ingredients are going to go down the rows. So I have turkey, I have cheese, and I have tomato. So this is a 3 by something matrix. The cost, I have costs in dollars, and I also have costs in dirhams. So since there are two columns, this is actually going to be a 3 by 2 matrix. Remember, my original one was a 3 by 3 matrix. And let's go ahead and put the information in there. For Turkey, I know that it's $0.20 and 2 dirhams. Cheese is $0.25 and 3 dirhams. And tomato is $0.10 or 1/2 dirham. All right, sweet. So this one is good. I made a matrix that is kind of encapsulating the data of the ingredients with the price. Awesome. Now, here's where it's going to get crazy. I'm going to matrix multiply, and I hope it's going to make so much sense to you since I set it up in a real world context. Remember what we did last slide. We were trying to see how much each sandwich cost. So let's say I make a new matrix that compares the sandwich with its cost. And again, sandwich, since it comes first, is going to be on the rows. I had the regular sandwich, I had the double protein sandwich, and I had the vegetarian sandwich. Cost, I am working in dollars or dirhams. Now, this is going to be another 3 by 2 matrix because it's sandwiches, which were 3 varieties, versus cost, which could either be dollars or dirhams. Think about what the entries mean and think about what I did last slide. Remember last slide when I wanted to see how much the double protein sandwich cost in dollars? I found out that that cost was going to be $140. So let's go ahead and put that into my matrix. Double protein is going to be $140. And remember how I got that. I looked at the turkey, 4, and I multiplied it times the turkey cost, 0.2. Then to that, I added cheese slices, 2 times how much they cost. And then to that, I added tomato times how much it cost. And I added all of those things together and got 140. Did you see a pattern there? Maybe. Let's do another one. Remember how much the vegetarian sandwich costs in dirham? I decided it was 7. So vegetarian dirham would go right here. So yeah, remember how I got the vegetarian sandwich? I took these 0 turkey slices times 2 dirhams. That's 0 dirham for the turkey. Then I took these 2 cheese times 3 dirham. That was 6 dirham for the cheese. And then I took these 2 tomato slices times 1/2. That's 1 dirham for the tomato. And I got 7 dirhams when I added all of those costs together. Do you see what's happening here? Look, I have ingredients along this column, like the column labels are the ingredients. Here, the row labels are the ingredients. So I'm able to kind of take a row and multiply it by a column, and that gives me the entry that has that same row and column. Do you want an example of what I'm talking about? Let's do it, because this is matrix multiplication. I'm multiplying these two matrices to equal this new matrix. So let's say I want to see how much a regular sandwich is going to cost in dollars. Think about what I need to do intuitively. I'm going to take turkey and multiply it times the turkey price. 2 times 0.2 is 0.4. I'll record that down here. Then I need to take cheese and multiply it times the cheese price. So that's 0.25. 1 times 0.25. Then I'm going to take tomato and multiply it times the tomato price, 0.10. And I'm going to add all that up. It looks like it's 0.75. That's the cost for a regular sandwich. Let me just do one example, but then I'm going to move on because I want to keep the video short for you. Maybe you can fill in the other entries on your own. Let's look at, 2 times protein for the dirham price. Think about what's happening here. I'm taking the protein and I'm going to be multiplying it times its dirham prices. So here, I'm in the second row and second column. For my multiplication, I'm taking second row times second column. Awesome. So let's do that. I'm going to take these 4 turkeys times these 2 dirhams. That's 8 dirhams for the turkey. Then this 2 cheese times this 3 dirham. That's 6 dirham for the cheese. And then 1 tomato times 1/2. That's, we'll just say 0.5. Add all those up, and that would be 14.5 dirhams. I wanted to point out a couple of things to you. First of all, notice the things that allowed me to multiply was the fact that I matched up what was in the columns here with what was in the rows here. It wouldn't have made sense otherwise. So when you're matrix multiplying, this 3, which represents the columns, needs to match this 3, which represents the rows. I can multiply any size matrices I want, but these middle two have to match up. Notice that my new resulting matrix doesn't involve turkey or cheese or tomatoes at all, because that's kind of what I was multiplying. Instead, it involves the rows from the first matrix and the columns of the second matrix. And check out the dimensions. Rows from the first matrix, columns from the second matrix, and oh look, the dimensions for my new matrix are rows from the first matrix, columns from the second matrix. Very interesting. So the middle two have to match up in order to matrix multiply, and the result is going to be kind of the outside, rows from the first matrix, columns from the second matrix. Whew. I hope that made sense. We're going to do more examples like this in class, a lot more examples in fact, because this is where the real power of matrices comes in, where you multiply them. We'll use these to solve equations, we'll use them to store data, and so forth. Let me give you a quick summary. To multiply matrices, the columns of the first matrix must match the rows of the second matrix. So like if I had a 1 by 3 and a 3 by 7, this I would be able to multiply. If I had a 2 by 2 and then a 5 by 3, this, they don't match. They're not going to have the same labels. Not able to multiply. No. Then I multiply row by column to get each entry in the new matrix. Remember what that looked like. I took a row times a column to get that result. Hey guys, I know this was a lot to handle, and it was a 12-minute video. Thank you so much for watching though, and yeah, we'll flesh this out more in class tomorrow. Thanks.